everybody. I'm Matt Seneca with PJ Tube, and I'm here at Webco with Systems Administrator Keith Fryer. Keith, thanks first of all for thanks for taking some time out to talk with us. But first, when you're at work, you're doing SAP related work, right?
Yeah, I do SAP. I guess the GUI interface updates as well as database refreshes on the back end.
Okay. So there's that, and but when you're not at work, you are an avid rock climber.
Yeah, I'm a first a husband and father, but yeah, I enjoy climbing outside of work and those other responsibilities. And just got back from a trip from Yosemite National Park.
Nice. Doing
some climbing out there on El Capitan and another feature out there called Leaning Tower. So.
Do you do what? Any? I'm not a rock climber at all, as you can kind of tell. I'm not really built for the rock climbing industry, but
that's not true.
I could try maybe some smaller ones. I'll get into it. But is there anything kind of unique about the way you climb, or is there a type of climbing you do? Or
I actually enjoy all the disciplines of climbing, whether it be alpine, snow and ice, whether it be technical rock. There's another discipline called aid climbing, which is what I was just doing in Yosemite. Aid climbing requires a lot of gear, and you're putting that gear into features or cracks in the rock, and you're pulling up on that. Sometimes those features or cracks in the rock are so minuscule or so small that it's impossible for the human to pull themselves up without some sort of aid.
Okay.
So that's where this equipment comes into play. So.
And how tall? How tall is El Capitan?
El Capitan is about 3,000 feet tall.
Okay.
So
how long does that usually take you to climb something?
The average is about 3 to 5 days.
Jeez.
So yeah.
So have you ever slept in one of those hanging?
Yeah, I actually make my own. They're called portaledge.
Okay.
And because Webco makes and manufactures tubing, I utilized it as a source for the framing of my portaledge.
No kidding. Okay.
And kind of designed and did some sewing, and I came up with my own portaledge.
Very cool. That's very cool. Another quick question too. How did you get started in rock climbing?
So I was a Boy Scout at a young age and did a lot of hiking and camping then, and we'd be in Colorado or elsewhere and hiking among mountains and seeing the features of the technical rock and really steep aspects of the mountains and the surrounding hills, and wondering and thinking to myself how it'd be cool to ascend or somehow making up those features. And after returning from those kinds of trips, just started researching it and realized that there's this whole other world of technical climbing and challenges that awaited. So it just kind of grew from there.
Moving on to our third portion of the interview, the random questions from a bowl. You go ahead and pick one. I'll read it for you.
All right.
And this will just, they're usually goofy, kind of would you rather type questions here. So we have, would you rather always have a song stuck in your head or always have an itch you can't reach? That's a rough one.
I think I'd stick with the song.
Yeah, that's.
I'd go with the song, no matter how torturous.
Would you have a preference of song?
Like a particular song?
Yeah, particular song.
How about Sweet Caroline, No Diamond?
Okay, that's where we differ, and that's where I'm ending this. No, I'm kidding. So, all right, thanks again for your time.
Sure,
appreciate it. And stick around for the rest of our series, of course, finding out more about your coworkers and employees here at Webco and P&J.